I cursed the guy out, and I feel bad because that's not.
That's not Anthony. That's me, not Anthony.
It's not you either. I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to be a better person. Trying to. Here I am cursing Mo. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Forever in love and counting. Forever counting. Man, one day we'll figure this out. Forever and counting love, right?
Yes.
There we go. My name is Anthony,
I'm Serena.
and today we had a video kind of planned out. We were just kind of fun. Remember, like
Mm-hmm.
we were talking about it yesterday, like like the questions and like
Trivia questions.
trivia and like who knows who better.
Yeah.
And then that just kind of all fell apart. We didn't even have anything ready, but we were. I don't know. I literally told Serena like what 2 minutes ago, like let's do a video now.
Yeah.
You know, it's Sunday. I'm supposed to go to church, and
Our daughter overslept.
everyone, the kids overslept, and it's raining, and it just, you know,
We could come up with 110
yeah.
excuses.
But it feels like sometimes everything just piles on you,
Mm-hmm.
and just the weight of everything, life, bills, we're trying to get moved, just trying to survive, just, you know,
So we're we're in the process of looking for a house in another state, which is hard to do. I mean, most people should know. But because of that, half of our house is in a box, half of our house is not in a box,
in Tennessee.
and quarter of our house is in storage unit in Tennessee, and then another quarter of our house is in storage unit in Texas. So
Oh, daughter stuff.
yeah,
I keep forgetting about her stuff.
so it's
Quick story. She moved to Texas. She got into a bad
back
car
car
accident.
accident. I had to move home,
We couldn't bring all of her stuff home. We couldn't afford to bring everything home. So
and she couldn't do the trip in the car that long.
So the easiest thing to do was
Fly us home.
fly home, put everything in storage, and hope for the best.
That was in September.
Yeah, so stuff still in storage, and and we can go back and forth about everything.
And now she's sitting there going, all I really want out of there is the rest of my clothes, my TV, my big stitch, and my computer. She's like, the rest of that stuff I could care less about. Oh, and Papa's table.
One year we went to, actually the last time we went to Disney.
Before you went on the truck.
And we kind of went all out for that Disney, didn't we?
Yeah, because it was a new adventure. We didn't know what was going to happen. Like, we didn't know, and we were trying to prepare the kids.
I quit my job, and I decided I wanted to be a truck driver.
Over the road truck driver.
So I'm leaving you got to go to school.
For so long.
Yeah.
So we wanted to spend as much time with the kids as possible.
Because I was going to be gone for a couple months.
So we took them to Daytona, we took them to Disney, we took them to Universal.
So we went to Disney. We were there for what, 2-3 days?
3 days. We stayed at on site.
Mm-hmm.
We stayed at Pop
Culture
Music. Pop Music.
But I remember we gave the kids. Well, we didn't give the kids, but we told the kids they were younger, a little bit younger then. Like, hey, you guys have
this amount of money.
This is your money
for the whole time we're here.
Not counting food and stuff, but just like whatever you want, just. I'm not even going to question it. That's your money.
It's your money.
The very first day.
Our daughter, the one that got into the car accident, she's always been a Stitch fan. Always. Not I mean, she likes Lilo, but she's a Stitch fan. Mm-hmm. And so she ran straight into that hotel. And there was
to look at the computer.
That's because we're on the computer.
I was sitting here like you can't say, but I was sitting here like Look up. Anyway, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
At the end of the hallway, when you came in, reservation was here and the elevators. Well, at the end of the hallway, there was a gift shop. And sitting in the doorway of the gift shop was this Stitch that was probably as tall as she was at the
Massive.
time.
And it's probably, oh, golly. It's probably like, what, you say 3 foot?
Yeah.
4 foot?
Yeah.
Massive.
Massive. And he's sitting like with his feet and he's sitting down in his big floppy ears and she ran straight for that Stitch, picked it up, and at the time they have those bracelets,
Oh, yeah.
so their money was attached to the bracelets, and Anthony was like, we can just put more money on there
Yeah,
if we
yeah.
need to. And so she ran straight up there, picked that Stitch up, went to the service desk before we could even get to
Well, yeah,
her,
she's like,
popped her little thing down, bought that thing, and walked right back out of the thing. She goes, I got my Stitch.
we weren't there 2 hours. We didn't even go to the park yet.
We were signing in.
And she had this massive
It's a
Stitch.
Stitch.
Oh, man. But whatever. So, anyway, I mean, how old do you think she was? 14?
No, she was
13?
younger than that.
So she's like
12.
24?
She might have been 12.
So she's like 24?
Yeah.
And she still got this thing, so.
She still has the original Stitch that we bought her when she was 2 at the parks.
Yeah.
We took her to the parks.
Yeah.
When they were young, we used to take them to the parks all the time. I think she was like 2 or 3, and we bought her a Stitch. And she's 24, and she sleeps with it every single night.
Same thing with our oldest daughter,
She has a
Scooby.
that my brother bought her when she was
Oh, she was a baby bitch.
she was 3.
3?
Yeah, she was 3. And my brother bought her the Scooby-Doo, the kind it's long and flat. He looks like he's laying down sleeping. And I had to take that Scooby-Doo to Disney World after he bought it for her. We took that to Disney, and I was so petrified that someone was going to steal it out of the cart that every time we rode a ride, I took it on the ride with us. So, but she's 28, and it still stays on her bed, and anytime she goes anywhere, it goes with her. Tegan has Baby and Blanky, and she finally, because she's so afraid that she wouldn't be able to replace Baby or Blanky, that she put them in a box with Leia's sweater and stuff. But she's finally put them away because she was afraid that she couldn't replace them. So
So here we are today. We just, I don't know what you would call it. I don't know, anxiety.
yeah.
Just the pressure of everything, and just I was done. Enough. This was like a little while ago.
So backstory. Anthony has because he does all these videos and he does all this stuff.
Which I enjoy doing.
Right.
I'm not good at it. I don't get paid for it. I just enjoy doing it.
But because of that, we've invested money into this. So he has a good camera, he has a good laptop, he has like 5 GoPros, and he has a whole bunch of accessories that go with said GoPros. He's looking for a case that has GoPro accessories in it.
Mm-hmm.
And because our house is the way our house is right now, we can't find this box.
I found the GoPros, but I can't do nothing with them because.
And we found some of the accessories.
You're just gonna hold the GoPro like this,
We found some of the accessories. We just haven't found the ones he's looking for. And then
it's frustrating because it's like it's here.
It's here somewhere.
And I've got to the point now. I told Serena, it's like, it's gone. This is done.
It's not like it's an expensive thing. Like I could go tomorrow and order him a whole new set.
It's like $30 or $40.
Right. It's the fact that as soon as I do that, that's when we're going to find it. And then
So you've been going on for a couple days, a good week now.
So my daughter's playing Skyrim and I'm playing Oblivion.
We like to play video games.
Remastered. And I collect strategy guides because I think they're some of them are pretty. I collect some of them for the games that we do play. Um, so I knew I had the strategy guides for Oblivion and Skyrim, and they're massive. Both of them are this thick big, right? They're massive strategy guides. And I knew I had them. I knew I had them here in this house. And Anthony's like, they're in Tennessee.
Yeah, that's all I kept saying.
And I'm like, they're not, because
I'm,
all my other strategy guides are sitting right over there on that thing.
I'm telling her, like, don't worry about it. They're here somewhere.
Here
We'll
somewhere.
find them. They're in Tennessee. You know,
And I'm like, no, I know they're here. I was playing Skyrim and I had I had the guide and I was going through it. So I started going through all the boxes because sometimes better eyes find things that, that other people can't find. So I'm going through all the boxes and I'm trying to find this hard case and look for whatever I can find. And Anthony is telling me about some adapter that I need to look for. And so I'm looking for it. I'm going through these
she's
boxes.
out. She's in the living room looking in boxes. Yes, boxes in the living room. Very annoying. My idea, not the greatest one. And I'm in here and looking and I'm looking. I'm like, this is our life. Under the table, there's boxes and there's cords and
There's
there's just
everything.
boxes of Hot Wheels. I don't know why.
Bags of Hot Wheels.
I don't.
There's boxes of glasses, which I understand they're dad's,
Yeah, I
but we
don't.
need to deal with them.
Just it's very annoying, and I'm going through and and th- that was it. Shut down. I was done, and I just sat here like I was sitting here, and I just you know just did one of these to try to compose myself, and I couldn't go no
So
more.
I walked in here and he's sitting there like that. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, maybe he broke one of the glasses of one of dad's glasses, like maybe, something. And so I'm thinking the worst. And I walk in here and I'm like, what's the matter? And he's like, I just can't keep going like this. And I'm like, I'd found this house this morning. It's within our price range. It's what we're kind of looking for. I told him, I said, that's it. Monday morning, I'm calling these people and I'm going to be like, I need an application. We're ready to move in. Like, let's do this because I can't keep playing like this. Boxes stress me out. My house not being organized stresses me out. He's starting to stress. We can't keep doing this.
I
So,
usually don't do that.
no.
I'm not usually, but here, like probably like the last couple of years or so, it just like it comes more and more.
And it's like I just told him too. I'm the wife, I'm the mom, this is my house. My house is always organized, especially say like the game room or our bedroom, so that when he comes in to do his videos, all he has to do is sit down and do his videos. Everything he needs is right here.
Not right now.
Not right now.
If you could only see what's going on here right now, it's just
There's a Titan, there's a Retron, there's stuff everywhere.
there's games, there's chords,
Cords.
I think that's a candy dish. Okay, so we are back from the camera just wanted to shut off. It was like off on, off on, off on. I think kind of like we were saying, if you can only see what's going
Oh, I
on,
cleaned it all up under there.
it was better than it was
It's a
30
lot.
seconds ago when I was talking about it. Look, pull up what we have one extra of. I think I pulled it over there. An extra one.
There was only one thing plugged into this.
I don't know. I don't know. That's what we're dealing with.
There's a power block down there for an Xbox 360 or an
Yeah.
Xbox One.
I did find that one earlier back in the corner. I don't know. I don't know. That's life, people. But what we were
Do you
trying,
remember what we were saying?
I don't know. I don't know. But I kind of remember that you were talking about your books that you were
I
saying
found
like
them.
they were
They were
somewhere. She found them,
in a box.
and I know this seems petty and minute to some people, but all I needed was this AV to HDMI adapter so I can plug in so I can play my older games and I like to record them. It doesn't. It's not. You know. You know. Found it over there on the shelf.
Oh, and what's really bad?
Along.
With
I did. We met a guy here in town, and we did some trades with video games.
right
I mean, this isn't about video games, but this video. But anyway, we did a trade with video games, and I told him, I was like, I'll trade you this. I'm looking to play my Sega Genesis, but I need an AV cord, power cord, and a controller because they're
in Tennessee.
boxed up somewhere. Don't know. And so he gave me a couple controllers and everything I needed.
They were all over there on the shelf.
All on the shelf.
You know what's really
No,
bad?
another shelf
You know what's really bad?
on the bottom, in the back.
What's really bad is we gave a friend of ours a Sega.
That
And
had an extra one, and I told him I didn't have.
we didn't have no cord.
Yeah, I got cords for you, buddy. I'm gonna get these cords, and we're gonna put them in a bag, and I'm gonna take them.
He's not working today.
My daughter works with them, and maybe she can give it to him.
And truthfully, all you can do is laugh about it. That's all you can do.
But at the moment, you're telling me to
Calm down and breathe.
you gotta take your medicine,
Take your medicine.
which I hadn't done. My medicines for
Anxiety.
which I never thought I'd had. But then just little stuff like trying to find this stupid cord.
No. Yesterday.
Oh my gosh.
Yesterday we went.
I'll tell.
Okay.
This
It's not his proudest moment.
I feel bad about it. But we were out and about and Serena says, "Oh hey look, yard sale."
I love yard sales.
When we go to the yard sale. Step back just a little bit. We talked about the other day that we were not going to leave the house this weekend. Okay, so we're out and about at this yard sale, and we found a couple things, and and it came to like almost $20, and we didn't have $20, so we got to go to the ATM. So I go to this little convenience store around the corner, which say I've lived here in this area basically my whole life,
Pretty much, yeah.
never ever gone step foot in this little convenience store.
It's kind of sketchy looking.
It is sketchy looking, and it is sketchy.
It is sketchy.
And I walk in there, it's just a little convenience store. I need $20. It's going to be one of those stupid ATMs that they're going to charge you $4 or $5 to get $20. But I could drive 2 miles down to the grocery store and and get $20 for free. But no, we're not going to do that. So I walk in there, I go through the whole ATM process. It gives me my receipt. I ain't gonna show, but I even took a picture of it, and it's like the machine is on doing its thing. You can hear it like like it's shuffling the money. Then all of a sudden, boop, out of service. And I asked the guy, say, "Hey, my man, we'll call him Mo. Ayo, your ATM over here. It said it gave me a receipt confirmation $20, and now it says out of service. No $20 came out. Oh, I'm sorry. No, not good enough. Mo. I cursed the guy out. And I feel bad because that's not
Anthony. That's me. Not Anthony.
it's not you either. I'm trying to do right. I'm trying to be a better person, trying to do right with myself, and trying to. Here I am cursing Mo.
Mo can't speak any English.
So I grab my phone, I go to my bank, and I go, "Hey, look! It took out the $25." And I go, "Look, Mo," and
You put it back in there.
and he's like, "Hmm, sorry." And I think that's what upset me the most. Is like, sorry, no, not good enough. And then afterwards, I look at the bank account and,
He comes outside and he's still fuming.
oh man,
Still fuming. And he's like, pull up the bank account and look and see if they put the money back. And I like pull up the bank account and I said, baby, the money's back in there. And he goes, what? I said, blue means deposit.
positive. Yeah, it's those times where you feel like this big, but you can't go back in and apologize because you made a dang fool out of yourself.
Pretty much.
But I did tell him I'm never coming back in your store again. And nobody likes to flip over, comb over to you. I, I was so mad, and
So
you ever seen the I know you've seen it, but just the in the movie um Steve Martin.
the jerk.
No, not the jerk. Where his daughter's getting married. Father of
Oh,
the bride,
father of the bride.
and he goes to the store to get hot dogs and buns, and like I can't remember how it goes,
There's
but
6 hot dogs and 8 buns. I don't need 8 buns.
so
I
he
need six hot.
so
Six.
he's like taking buns out of the package, and the guy's telling him, like, "Sir, you can't do that. Watch
Watch
me."
me.
And he then the next scene, he's in the jail.
His wife comes in and she's like, "Are you done? Are you done?"
I I'm sorry, Mo. Uh, and that's and the right after that we get like and I just and Serena and I just yeah.
I
She's
think
like, "Did you take your medicine today?"
no,
No. All right, it's time to go home.
but I also think that
After we go back and get your golf clubs from the yard sale.
yeah, I think too a lot of it is and Anthony hasn't said this. This is strictly my opinion. I haven't even told him yet. But because we're moving, I think it is Anthony's dad passed away almost 2 years ago. I think it's the whole moving away from his dad or where his dad was. And I think it's in his mind, but I don't think he's like truly thought about it. Because I think if I asked him, he would be like, no, that's not it. But I think that's it.
I don't know. I can't even answer that.
See, because when dad passed, it wasn't here where we are. It was 2 hours, 3 hours south of us.
Yes,
And nobody wanted to leave there. No one wanted to leave there because
that's got to be normal for
right,
anybody that loses somebody. Like you're at the
right.
hospital,
You didn't
and
want to leave
and
there.
and your significant other or family member passed
Passed
away,
away.
and they've already done everything, and it was kind of like an awkward moment at the hospital. Like they're kind of like,
Yeah. So then we
you,
just kind of sat in the waiting room
yeah,
because
you can't be here. You can't
we
be here,
didn't
but
want
you
to.
can't be here. You got it's so
Yeah.
it's like here we are sitting in the waiting room, just like what do we do now?
Yeah.
Just
So I think a lot of the
totally
stress,
unexpected.
right. So I think a lot of the stress now might be that. It might be the whole like it might be that, you know. So
Just I try to have a nice, relaxing weekend, and it just all you want to do is play your video games. All
make
you
videos.
all you want to do is get $20 from the ATM. All you want to do is find your book so you can play your game. It's just
But I found it.
and that's why earlier I just I'm
It's fine.
done. Yeah, I can't do this no more.
But it's
So I
okay.
thought it'd be easier to maybe try to talk it out, talk about it, just, I don't know.
Which I'm always trying to get him to do. Just talk about it. Because if you talk about it, then it's like releasing it and releasing the stress of it, you know. So, but it'll be good. We'll get it. But I am going to call the house tomorrow. I have to get my house together. We have to get our house together. You know.
But I think that's all we really have, right? You
Yep.
know. But I mean, I don't know. The one thing I can kind of take away from all this, what we're trying to say is, if you've made it to the end, thank you. Um, I don't know.
Calm down, take a breath, and count to 10.
If you're dealing with any kind of anxiety, depression, you got to talk to somebody.
Find someone to talk to.
That's the hardest part. It's actually easy, but it's the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
It may take a couple people to find someone to.
Yep. And you just have to keep finding it until you find someone to talk to. But find someone to talk to. Okay? Mental health is very important.
It's trying to do better.
It's all we ever, as anybody can do.
What did we say last week? Sunday's on the way.
Sunday is here.
And we didn't make it to church. Now I feel bad.
It's okay. We can go to the 1 o'clock service.
That's right. We could do that. I forgot about that.
Our church has a 1 o'clock
The
service.
time is 9:45. We might be able to do
We
that.
might be able to do
I
that.
think what's going on, maybe we should.
Maybe we should.
What else you got?
God's always with you, and He's always good. That's it. That's all I got.
If you need it, just ask it. Until next time, thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye. Bye-bye. It's not goodbye.
Bye.
See you later. Right?
See you next Sunday.
Yeah, there we go. Hopefully. Bye-bye. I just said it again. Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Forever in Love and Counting. Forever Counting. Man, one day we'll figure this out. Forever in Counting Love, right?
Yes.
There we go.